Hello Gemini, and welcome to your reading for the weeks of August 13 through 26, 2024. This is a reading if you are Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising, or have another significant Gemini placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you. And if you're returning, welcome back. This is a horoscope spread that I'm going to do covering all houses. So it's a 12-house astrological spread. We're going to interpret the cards with respect to those positions. And of course, I have an extra one in the middle. My main deck is Murray Hope's Way of Cartouche deck, and then I'm going to clarify with tarot. This week we are using the Barbara Walker tarot deck, and our extra deck that we're going to pull cards from is the Between the Worlds deck. I usually do a summary at the end if you're not familiar with how I do these. If you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about these videos. Every subscription helps this channel to grow. And in addition to tarot videos, I have my morning coffee with Breege, which I do on Instagram. Right now I'm doing it at 6:30 in the morning. I'm probably going to shift to 7 a.m. But that's going to be on Instagram in the morning. I do it just about every day, unless for some reason I'm not, I have to travel or do something in the morning. Then I don't do it. And I usually try to upload those within a couple of days to YouTube. I also have channelings with Archangel Azrael that I put up here, and I will also be putting some meditations and explanations of certain healing techniques and things connected to my spiritual coaching business. You can learn about everything I do at my website, which is in the description box below, along with my social media links. So let's get going on your reading. We are dealing with a Mercury retrograde right now, which does affect you directly as Gemini because you are ruled by Mercury. And we're also going to have there's going to be a T-square. You're a mutable sign. So we're having a T-square between the 14th and the 19th, which can be very transformative for you. You are a mutable sign, so it is going to affect you more than some of the other signs. And the 17th, we have a full moon in Aquarius. So that is also that's also going to be a very, very potent new moon. And again, it's going to kind of mean different things for different people. I don't know. I feel like this is a period of time, particularly this retrograde, that's going to bring up a lot of old stuff, and it's going to reveal a lot of stuff about the past. That's my vibe. I also feel like we're going to be driven to really move ahead with things, but that we're also going to be slowed down by the retrograde. So it's going to be kind of a push-pull in terms of this month. Let's just look at your reading. Yeah, you're definitely going to be self-focused here. You've got Ankh in the first house. So this is you focusing on your own happiness. Being happy, loving yourself, that's going to be a priority for you. If it's not been a priority for you, it should be. Interesting that your reading has turned out quite similar to Aries in some ways, because you also have Horus in the second house. So again, there's Horus in the second house. Now, if there's been a financial situation, a financial difficulty, then Horus would indicate like a heroic effort to overcome it. There's going to be some kind of a way of getting through it, and you're going to say, gee, I don't know how I did that. Like, it's going to be good. It can also indicate money's potentially coming from family, because Horus is a card of home and family, so take it as it resonates. You've got, in terms of your job and career, I'm seeing Buckle of Isis here in the 6th house, okay? So this indicates growth with a sacrifice. So I don't know, this seems to be work that you're putting into something, or you're doing a lot of work for which there will be a reward at the end. But we also have Sphinx up here in the 10th house. And this is a wait and see kind of a thing. Now, seeing these two cards together makes me think that some of you might be thinking about a job change, but it may be saying don't do it yet. Like Sphinx is kind of saying wait and see, get all the information on something before you make any kind of a move. Maybe there'll be an offer of some kind of a job, maybe that's more responsible, that looks really, really good, but it may be saying, again, it's not a good time right now to make new changes or to sign contracts or to do things like that. So I don't know. There could be something that is too good to be true, or looks too good, looks great, but isn't what it appears to be. So just be aware of that. For women watching this reading, if you are having any kind of health issues, Buckle of Isis would say pay attention to what's going on with you hormonally, because oftentimes this has to do with things that have to do with the specific cycles and things, whether it has to do with one's menstruation, whether it has to do with perimenopause, menopause, stuff like that. That could be causing some issues recently. or maybe even be affecting moods and things. So definitely take a look at that if that seems to be an issue for you. I do remind people that I'm not a doctor. I'm not. I'm just a reader, but this is coming up here. So if there has been something that's been an ongoing problem for you, then I would check this out. Just see if that is an issue for you. Okay, some of you, I'm seeing something about sport here because we have Sirius in the 5th house. So I don't know if some of you are playing a particular sport or watching a sport. Maybe some of you have been watching the Olympics or something. But Sirius showing up in the 5th house is usually a skill expressed physically, okay? Or something creative expressed physically. And usually, and 5th house is the house of sport. That's why I mentioned it there. The other possibility here too is just Sirius would indicate working hard at something. This can also indicate a partner, maybe, who is very physically active. Maybe somebody who does play sports, or maybe is a personal trainer or something like that. There's this strong element of somebody who's strong and physically active. Okay, so that could be you doing something, some kind of physical activity, or this could be because this is the house of love affairs. This could be that you've met somebody. And they might be a very physically attractive person too. You might be more about their looks than about other aspects of them, at least initially. And you have Bast here in the 7th house. So if you are not in a relationship, Bast here, this is a very strongly social card. So I don't know. This doesn't have to be a marriage card. I mean, Bast can sometimes be a marriage indicator for some people. So you could meet somebody like that, but does not have to be. This can also just indicate getting out there, socializing, meeting people. And maybe this, to me, I almost feel like with Sirius, for some of you, this could just be, like I said, meeting somebody, maybe even meeting somebody at a sporting event or at the gym or something like that. And then maybe there's just going to be some dating that goes on, just some fun times. Because Bast can be just a card of just enjoying yourself and having fun. If you are married already, and again, if you want to get married, Bast is actually a very positive omen towards marriage. But if you don't, or if you already are married, I should say, then this would be a card that would more indicate, maybe the need to socialize and get out a little more, like, spend some time with friends or a bit with family or whoever it is that you like to socialize with. There does seem to be something going on in the home sector. We have Nephthys here. And so there seems to be a situation that hasn't come to fruition yet. There's like a not yetness about Nephthys. And it also is something where you're not, you can't see something very clearly right now. Like something's right around the corner, but it hasn't happened yet. So this either has to do with family or it has to do with your home, okay? So there's kind of a not yet vibe. It's interesting because you have Nephthys and you have Sphinx in the 2 opposite houses. So 4th and 10th this is like the mother and the father house, okay? So I don't know, there's a strong sense of wait and see, wait and see, wait and see. Wait and see with regard to home, wait and see with regard to job. Maybe, and this may have to do with a family situation as well. Maybe there's going to be something revealed about a family situation, okay, with these here. We'll clarify with the tarot cards, but this is what we're kind of looking at right now. And apologies, the sun has just decided to come in over my spread here, so, and my lace curtains are making a pattern, I guess what's over here. So I can try to move things over a little bit so that you can see everything without that, but we'll see how that goes. Okay. Yeah, it's just I have to do these readings when I have time. And sometimes the time that I have to do it is when the sun is, not in a great position. There is some changes coming up here because you have water here in the 8th house. So this is like go with the flow of things. Things are moving and changing. There could be a lot of emotional change right now with water. So I don't know. Pay attention to your feelings. You could be working through some stuff. This is a house of transformation. So I think this is a time when your emotions have the potential to transform you or transform a situation for you. There does seem to be your hopes and wishes, whatever it is you're trying to work towards. You do have the Earth card here, so I don't know if finance is involved. This could be monies that are connected to your network or with friends, but it can also just indicate a situation. Let's see if I can move this a little bit because you can't really, you got this, right there. I think that's good. So Earth here is basically saying, this could also just indicate the slowly and steadily working towards your goals, okay? Like planting the seeds, laying the foundation, creating stability. And I feel like right now that is something that you want. Maybe you're somebody who wants stability. Could be financial stability, could just be a stability of other kinds. I mean, if we're seeing this kind of uncertainty here in the home sector, maybe you're feeling like things are unstable, and this is what you're working towards, is having a nest egg, having money, maybe just having a stable place to live. If you're thinking of moving, like stability in your home, things like that. I mean, yeah, overall you have the Lotus card. So the Lotus is basically saying, you want peaceful continuity of things, not needing to stress, not needing to worry. I do feel like there's some change on the horizon. There's some uncertainty about things, but this is more or less indicating that things are going to be okay. Like for right now, during this period of time, it's okay to just chill, really. I mean, it's pretty much okay. Everything is... everything's just going to continue peacefully. Like if there's not going to be any big changes right now during this period of time. Yeah, and you do have this card of timing here in the third house, which is this is this Gemini house. So this is the Mercury house. Yeah, you've got Thoth. So this may be a time for healing. This may be a time for mental healing or spiritual healing. There may be communication. Maybe some of you are dealing with a therapist or talking with a therapist or something like that. This can also indicate just things happening at the right time. Like timing I feel like is everything for a lot of people, especially now. And so this may be a matter of things happening at the proper time for you. If you're in your own business, this could indicate, thinking about legal matters or signing contracts. But again, it's good to wait on those things until post-retrograde, and we are seeing that wait energy appear. If you are not in your own business, then yeah, this just seems like there could be... This is also a house of communication. So if it's not directly about healing, then it's about timely communication or even something that might be karmic. So it could be that you are connecting with somebody or talking with somebody. There's a lot of people who are getting revisits from the past. It doesn't have to be about love or anything like that. A lot of people, I think, automatically interpret it that way. But there could be just some kind of a situation that comes around so that it can be dealt with and healed in some fashion. We do have fire in the 12th house. So yeah, I feel like there may be some it's funny, you got water over here and fire over in the 12th house. So there could be some very, very strong emotions that maybe you're trying to keep at bay right now, that you are, that may be being uncovered. So just be careful of that, because sometimes if you have strong emotions that you are keeping down or keeping to yourself, you don't want them to affect you negatively. Let's see what we've got here. Okay. Just drawing our tarot cards now. Wow, okay, we've just got the same. Oh, this is so interesting. Some of these are the same as what Taurus got. Yeah, oh, okay, you've got the moon up there. Okay. Let's see. And we've got this here. Yeah. And then we've got this overall. Okay. So you've got the sun, and I've got to cover up any nudity here because YouTube is prudish. We've got the sun here in the first house. So yeah, with the Ankh card, this is definitely clarity. Okay, this is happiness, and remember we have it with the Ankh. So certainly you are exuding happiness to other people, and clarity, positivity, a vision, and purpose, which is all really very good. Now you've got the Devil card over here with the Horus card. So I feel like maybe with Horus here, okay, there may be some kind of an attachment. I don't know if family has been a factor in money. Sometimes, because this can indicate an attachment that needs to come to an end financially. But Horus does seem to indicate being able to set yourself free of something, like whenever there's a difficulty managing to come out of it. So the Devil could indicate, just something where there may be some kind of an attachment here that you need to break free of. Usually the Devil shows up almost as a type of an addiction. So I don't know that it necessarily has to do with that directly, but it could just be something that you're in the habit of doing. And maybe it's saying it's a habit maybe you want to try to free yourself from or break out of, connected to your finances. So take it as it resonates there, but there does seem to be something here, some kind of a thing that it looks to me with Horus, I think there's this sign that you're going to be breaking out of some bad pattern or habit with connection to money. With Thoth, you've got the Four of Pentacles. So Four of Pentacles is this fortress that you put up here. This is kind of staying put, not wanting to open up, not wanting to change certain things. And with Thoth here, yeah, this is why I feel like this has a lot to do with healing here. You may be, it's funny because Taurus is kind of is it Taurus feeling this way? I'm trying to think. No, it's Aries actually right now, who's been looking for a lot of very strong stability. And you seem to be kind of in the same boat. And this is in the Gemini house. So really this could just be saying is because we're in retrograde, maybe it's just good not to, just to focus on stability right now, not trying to make too many moves or to move ahead with too many things. Yeah, this is what you have that's similar to Taurus. You have the Ten of Wands with Nephthys in the 4th house. So whether this is family or whether this has to do with where you live, your home, Ten of Wands indicates this is a card of oppression. So the Ten of Wands comes up when we are feeling overwhelmed by something. So I don't know. It's either a family situation that's making you overwhelmed, or maybe it's uncertainty about a home. Like maybe if you're thinking about whether or not you're going to be signing a lease again or having to move or something, this could be causing some stress, that maybe it may be overburdening you right now. But again, Ten of Wands is the 10. So we're talking about the end of a situation, a burden that you are going to be able to drop. So that is the good news about that. Okay, along with this very physical card, this physical sport-oriented card, we have the Prince of Swords. So now this is generally an air sign card. Swords are air energy. Prince of Swords, that's generally, okay, it could be somebody who's been very, very critical. If you feel like there's somebody who you've had sharp words with or it's been critical of you coming around. The Prince of Swords can also just indicate something that comes in very, very fast. And my feeling is that whatever this is, because it's Mercury retrograde, this may just be something that, Sirius here can also have to do with just you needing to think outside the box too, because you have the Fool over here. So this is about like doing something brand new, like taking a risk on something brand new, okay? So if this person is a past person, like forget about them. I mean, you want to move towards something new here. So the Fool is like basically us taking a risk. And with Bast, I feel like, yeah, for some of you, this means getting out and socializing, like getting out and meeting people, and with the Fool energy, it's, yeah, there's this strong energy of just, going out there and taking a risk with something, maybe in a relationship. If you're already married or in a relationship, again, the Fool might be indicating some kind of a fresh start in something, deciding to go off on a brand new path. And again, Fool, I mean, obviously tells us to be careful of the risks, but there is this very new energy here with regard to relationships. So I'm feeling like, okay, if somebody has returned from the past for you, Gemini, then I think, and if that's who this person is, and I don't know why I feel like this is a past person. It may not be, but that you want to focus on something new, okay? Okay, so along with Buckle of Isis, yeah, you've got the Four of Wands in the job house. So I feel like, okay, this could indicate that you're very, successful and settled where you are. You've got 2 4s here when it comes to job and work, so it does seem like things are very settled. But we do have this these 2 kind of gates here. It looks like an 11-11 here, and it's like a gate that you can walk through. So it could be that maybe you're feeling like with the Buckle of Isis, like it's time to move forward and move on. But if we look up here at with the Sphinx card here, we've got the Fates card, actually, the 3 of Wands. These are the Norns. And so the 3 of Wands energy here with Sphinx suggests to me, this is just a collaboration. But the fact that the Fates show up, and with Sphinx, I kind of feel like it's almost like saying there's going to be an opportunity that falls in your lap. So if you've been job hunting and somebody's, maybe called you with something that looks good, I feel like it's saying, wait on that right now, because I feel like the right thing, and the 3 of Wands suggests to me that there's almost something collaborative, like somebody in your network that is going to share something with you. But it's something it's saying you need to wait for. The number 3 seems to be important here. So whether this is 3 days, 3 weeks, well, I don't think it'd be 3 days, but 3 weeks, 3 months, I don't know. But the 3 seems to be important there with regard to job. Okay, so if we go to this 9th house, okay, we have, I don't even want to talk about this before. We have Isis energy. So this is the house of, this is Jupiter energy. This is moving forward, right? This is expansion. So higher education, spirituality, It can also have to do with long distance travel. And so Isis here is a card of patience. I mean, it could even be a mother figure that you have, somebody connected to your spirituality. Maybe there's a female figure who has been, who's kind of acted as kind of a nurturing figure to you. Now we have it with Arogatis. Again, I have to cover this card up. But this is the Princess of Wands. So this is a Page of Wands type of energy with Arogatis. And yeah, this is like the newness. Again, there's messages coming in, new ideas and things, and maybe a new spark of enthusiasm. So I don't know. I feel like there's an enthusiasm for something new. Maybe you're going to be learning something that's connected to this. I have seen this card come up too when people have been wanting to learn about things connected to women, you know, like people who say want to become midwives or doulas or, you know, the different kinds of things like that. Sometimes this energy comes up, or it could just be this strong motherly type energy. Now, when I say motherly energy, I'm not saying this is necessarily your mom, but that there's some kind of a compassionate energy here. Like there's something here that you're trying to learn about. Whatever it is you're moving into, it's something that you're very, very excited about. It's something new for you, which I think is great. Okay, let me go back to the 8th house here. Okay, with the water card, we have the moon. And the moon, so the two of these things, yeah, moon would indicate that there's a lot going on right now that's not clear. It's funny, you've got the sun in terms of what you're presenting to other people, but the changes that are coming up right now, you've got the moon, and you've got it with water. So there's definitely the sense that there's movement and change. I mean, 8th house is Scorpio energy, so it's very, you know, this is actually all of the essence of Scorpio right here, is the way I feel about it, you know, with water, with the moon card. Even though moon is generally connected a little bit more to Pisces and Cancer, there may be strong intuitions about things. I think you need to pay attention to dreams. And I feel like there's also just a sense of going with the flow right now. Yeah, because even with like the Sphinx card over here and Nephthys down here, there's just some areas of your life where you don't have all the information yet. So you do have to kind of go with the flow a little bit right now. There does seem to be some kind of regret or a loss in terms of a friendship here. You've got the 5 of Cups. Yeah, you've got a couple 5s here. You've got 1 + 4 is 5 on this card. So I don't know. I feel like there's somebody here. There may have been a friendship that is. I think there's a past person. I feel like that you need to let go of here. Earth would be advising you to keep your feet on the ground, focus more on practical matters, focus on your money, and work. You know, kind of work slowly towards more practical goals. I feel like this is emotional stuff that needs to be let go of and needs to go away. And with the fire card, you've got the 8 of Wands. You've got Pegasus, Bellerophon, and Pegasus on this card. And they call it the card of fall. Now, 8 of Wands is generally a card of fast communication, things happening very fast. And with the fire card in the 12th house, I think it's worried that your self-undoing here might be saying too much too soon, or allowing temper to get in the way, or something like that. Like, because this is something that's hidden. So it's something that would, you know, like flash out, like, and all of a sudden, like, whoa, like it would come out of nowhere kind of a thing. So I think what it might be saying, because this is also the house of self-undoing, and the fact that we're seeing communication and speed, but somebody falling off of Pegasus here, it could be saying that, you know, just right now, I think with any kind of communications, if you feel like you want your temper flaring up and you feel like you want to be blunt, it may be telling you for right now, like you might just want to recognize that it may be you want to keep that in check or in balance right now. And overall, with the Lotus card, you have Justice. This is a card of, I think it's supposed to be Athena type energy here, but you've got Justice. And the Justice card here, yeah, this indicates coming into truth, okay? Coming into truth and coming into balance. So I think right now your focus, Gemini, is just to keep things stable, keep things in balance. Certainly, you should be focused on yourself, and it looks like, you know, you are focused on your own happiness, on being clear with things. But I wouldn't make too many changes yet, because I feel like you are in a place where things are still kind of being figured out. Now, I've just flipped 2 cards here. You've got Passage, and this is in the Between Worlds deck, and then you've got Revolution. So let me tell you what these 2 mean. Oh, good, the sun's finally gone in a little bit, so maybe we can see these things clearly. It's decided it wants to come straight into my window, and I don't have a whole lot in the way of blinds. So, okay, so the first card is Passage. This card is, it says, a quizzical card. Two birds look toward a future with an uncertain timeline. Yeah, just what I said up here. Or is it the past? Either way, there's a call to trust a process and approach what might be a new chapter or transition with ease. This is not a call to be overly passive, but rather one to have the wisdom to know when the best way forward is to stay right where you are. Wow, that literally kind of sums it up. The best way forward is to stay right where you are for the moment. Because we're still figuring out stuff from the past and where you're moving towards. And then we have the Revolution card. This is the sudden change, which we're seeing down here. Some change trudges like water eroding stone, but some change is a whip, a flash of lightning. There's no hiding from this card. It asks you to look what is broken, to name the truth of what is. Old spells have been cracked. What releases? What recedes? Revolution isn't comfortable, but its power is that it shows what's possible. Okay, so yeah, it's telling you to hold the fort down for right now. You are coming into truth. You're coming into balance. The truth may be revealed more in your intuition, but this is definitely a time to let go of certain past people and situations or past grief about a situation. It's time for closure on that. Time to break habits maybe around finances, if there have been any, or break any kind of unhealthy ties, maybe if they're ties to family. And yeah, there does seem to be some kind of uncertainty about either a home or a family situation here. But I feel like the answers you need are coming. It's just, you might need to kind of stay put for now, and just allow the revolution to come in, but it may be something that is more felt. Again, there's this warning here to be a little careful of words and temper and things like that. But I do feel like there's just changes that are coming right now, but it's not really going to be evident right away what they are. So yeah, don't make any huge changes right now, Gemini. Just kind of stay put and know that certain situations you're going to see what kind of resolution that they're going to have. I mean, right now you just want to stay focused, keep a calm mind, and stay in balance. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing and hit the notification bell. All these things help my channel to grow. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.